let's jump right in. Tell our viewers and listeners a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Theotis Joe, and hip hop is how I live. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, uh, book author. I'm here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, born and raised in Houston, Texas. Traveled to Louisiana, stayed in Delaware for a little bit, but Philadelphia is where I really formed and came into this music situation right here, where we are right now.
Okay, and you're an author. Tell everybody about your books.
Well, I wrote a couple of children's books. You know, I have two sons, Jaden and Zion, and they are my inspiration. And I wrote a couple of children's books, basically around their lives and things that I see them doing on a day-to-day basis, such as playing games, you know, playing outside, going to the bookstore, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. When did you write the books?
I wrote those books maybe about 3 years ago.
Wow, ahead of the pandemic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So where can our viewers get those books?
Amazon.
Amazon. Okay. And then have you tried to do anything else with the book, like get it into the local schools?
No, not really. You know, I just basically pushing it on Amazon Kindle and across the world and stuff like that. Just basically on Amazon Kindle.
Okay. And then as far as your music, what's your latest project that you're working on?
My latest project that I just released an album, well, not an album, but a single entitled Amen. I released that on March 26th. And my next project is next month, April 30th, which is going to be in the middle.
What's the creative direction between or behind both the projects?
Well, Amen. Basically, I heard the beat. It was dope. It gave me some church vibes because of the organs that was in the song. You know what I mean? So basically, when I write, the beat has to inspire me. If the beat does not inspire me, I'll probably just sit back and be like, all right, move on to the next one. But that one kind of inspired me. I grew up in the church. You know, my grandparents went to church every Sunday, and they made sure we went too when I went to stay with them on summer vacation and whatnot. So I had no choice. But when I heard the track, I took it home, listened to it in the car. The beat was so banging, like the drums and the bass and that organ. It was just what captured me. And I just, all of a sudden, I just said, "Amen."
I cannot.
I said, "Okay, that's what this song is going to be about." All right. Yeah. The chorus is going to be amen. No matter what I say, the chorus has to be amen.
So you're inspired by the beat, and would life itself be an inspiration as well?
Life is always an inspiration. To be able to wake up in the morning, breathe. I wake up smiling every morning. You know, for the simple fact that right now, you know, I'm working with some talented individuals. I got a new record label that we just started at the beginning of the year entitled DIR Records, which means Doing It Right Records. We partnered with WhoMag and got distribution through WhoMag and Sony Orchard. Rob Swartz, shout out to him. And every day is good, man. I can put out unlimited music. Right now, the direction that we're headed in, I'm so thrilled and excited about it. You know, I can't stay still. You see, I got the jitters right now, you know.
Amen.
Amen.
So, did you always want to do rap, or you were raised up in the church, but I'm not saying you strayed away from it, but you're doing something else now. So was that always something you wanted to do?
Rap, I'm gonna tell you something. From the moment I got into middle school, I was like the coolest person in school, period.
He said period.
Yeah. It started at the lunch tables, banging on tables. And when we spilled out of the lunchroom, it went into the hallways, banging on lockers. You know what I'm saying? It was just something that was instilled in us, and something that we was just so inspired to do, you know, to the point where when we got out of school, we went home and turned on MTV, Yo MTV Raps or BET, you know, The Basement, things like that just really inspired me, and seeing how how you know, the whole culture of hip hop just inspired me to become the person that I am today. You know, I'm a lyricist first and foremost. I love rapping.
Mm-hmm.
I can sing. You know, I also sing. I got some tracks that you probably haven't even heard yet that I'm singing on. But first and foremost, I am an MC. And it's just something that I love to do. You know, I was inspired by Too Short, NWA, you know, the Native Tongue, all that whole Native Tongue, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest. I was inspired by that, you know, and I just wanted to become that and actually make it better.
Mm-hmm. So your style and cadence is on steroids right now, basically.
Times 20.
So why is it important to develop your own style and cadence?
It's important to become to be first and foremost you an individual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to be yourself no matter what. You know, you can aspire to be like someone, but you have to be yourself first and foremost. For instance, if you Google me, you're gonna find Theotis Joe. You're not gonna find 20 Theotis Joes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's only one on there, Theotis Joe. I actually I'm a junior. My dad is a senior. I was named after my dad, but if you Google Theotis Joe as an artist, I'm the one that's gonna pop up.
You are absolutely correct, because I did it just on GP. So, now with this project, Full Mental Jacket, that is a unique name. What inspired that?
Full Mental Jacket, basically, when I heard that track, my producer June Beats, my partner, business partner on DIR Records. Also, I have another business partner, Snook Chaos, on the DIR label.
Mm-hmm.
But that track, he made that track 15 years ago.
Wow.
Right? We was just actually skimming through some tracks. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with Chuck Nice of 3 Times Dope.
Yes, I am.
He was down in the studio with us, and we were listening to the track at the same time, right? As June was playing this track. And I was like, yo, that joint is dope. My man was like, yo, if he don't rap on it, send it to me. I said, send it to me. Immediately, I took it home. I said, man, this thing is crazy. You know, it just inspired me to just really just go in. I didn't want to write no choruses, no breaks, no nothing. I just wanted to just some continuous verbiage over this track, you know, and basically that's where it came about, Full Mental Jacket.
How do you know when you've made a hit?
When I shed a tear.
Wow. So you get emotional.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to my music.
That's when you're true to the game.
Yeah, no doubt.
And what was the latest project that made you shed a tear?
In the Middle.
In the Middle? Why?
Mm-hmm. Because I like pussy.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I'm sorry.
Well, that'll make a grown man cry. I tell you that.
Right, it will. It'll make him cry or laugh.
Lord have mercy. That must be some Wu-Tang Clan, I tell you. Now I'm gonna switch the vibe up, mister.
I'm sorry. I mean, if I wasn't supposed to say that on the radio, I apologize.
No, that's all right. No. That's who you are. Now stop it now.
Okay. It's true.
Who would you like to perform with?
Anybody that's willing to perform with me, you know what I mean? You know, I like individuals such as like I don't want to say any specific names, but you know, anybody that's out there doing their thing on their grind and willing to make some serious money and positive. I like to work with positive individuals. I'm not into all that rah-rah, you know, drama and stuff like that. You know, I try to stray away from that. You know, I'm a firm believer of the law of attraction, and you are what you think about on a day-to-day basis. And you know, if you strive for perfection and, you know, we click, then that's the person that I want to work with.
Now, with the pandemic, How 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 did you sustain as an artist?
With the pandemic, I pretty much honed in on my skills. I compiled an array of tracks and just pretty much wanted to sit down and just write some songs, dived into it. I got all my guns and ammo ready. I've stocked up on my food, stuff like that in the beginning because, with the pandemic, it was very uncertain from the beginning what was really happening.
Right.
So I wanted to be prepared. So I made sure I had my beats, my rhymes, my guns, my ammo, my food, all of that. I had my family clothes, phone numbers ready, phones charged, and then, once we pretty much figured out, all right, this is where it's headed. I dived into the studio with my man June Beats, and we just came in and just worked day in, day out until we got so many songs right now. I could put out a song every month for the rest of till I say so.
Yeah, I read on your website where you said you were going to put out one every month. So is that still go time?
Oh yeah. I've been putting out songs since January. A song since January from start to finish, January, February, March, and I'm about to put out one next month.
Okay, and what's the response?
The response is tremendous. I've gained over 48,000 Instagram listeners right now on Spotify. I have about, I'm over 50K followers on Instagram. I'm way up. I'm in the clouds right now.
You are a vibe, I tell you.
Thank you.
Having that following, like, how long did it take you to get that?
Not very long at all, because first and foremost, it comes to your drive and your vision, where you want to be, you know what I mean? Right. And it's about the marketing dollars. You got, right. you can have the talent, but it's 80% marketing. If you're not putting money in behind yourself, then you're probably really not going to go very far, because you can have that talent, but it's not about luck. Oh, somebody going to pick me up or sign me to this deal. Nah, you got to push yourself. You got to believe in yourself and be willing to push yourself and drive yourself. Get up in the morning, even though you might be tired after work when you get off, but you still got to go in that studio and put down them songs. You still got to go produce that merch. You still got to do printing, everything. You know what I mean? You can't stop. You can't stop.
Right. I agree. So this is a crazy question. As far as these two artists go, who would be your favorite, Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
Why?
Because Nas is the one that I heard first, and Illmatic is instilled in it's in me forever. But Jay-Z is dope. No, hands down. You know what I mean? Both of them. I like both of them, but I would go with Nas first because Nas had that Illmatic when he first came out with that, and I heard him on Main Source. That joint was dope. His flow, cadence, everything
was bomb.
Yeah.
Now this is about you. Who would your competition be in a versus battle?
My competition in a versus battle? I'm not sure.
What?
I'm really not sure. I know I haven't thought about that. If I could clone myself, that would be dope.
I don't think you can handle yourself.
Hell yeah.
That's a vibe.
Right.
So with your singing, where can we find those songs?
Spotify, YouTube. I got a song right now that's out, that's bubbling and doing pretty well. It's called In Love Again. Mm-hmm. I did that song, collaborated with a good friend of mine. Her name is Nikki Harris. We did a song called In Love Again, and we put that out a couple months ago. The video is out on YouTube, and it's dope. It's dope. Check that out. I'm singing the chorus on that, and she's also collaborating with me with the chorus, and we both spitting verses over that as well. And Snook Chaos, another partner of mine, he's a spoken comedian, spoken word comedian, MC, artist, whatever. And we also have a song called Tipsy. I'm singing on that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
This question.
Lights Out, Lights Out. I'm singing on that. I'm singing the choruses on that. Lights Out. Yeah, check those joints out.
Definitely. I wish I'm gonna put some with your interview, believe it or not, some of your songs.
Okay.
So this question is about the spotlight. How do you handle, like with the thing with Sweetie and Quavo, how do you handle just having a private life when you are doing what you're doing in the industry?
You just gotta maintain and do what you do on a day-to-day basis. You can't really let your surroundings dictate what you do in your life. You're gonna have to live. You got children, you gotta go to work, do different things. It's just that you just can't let other people dictate your life. You just smile and say hi and fill out an autograph or two, and and just keep it moving. Don't let nobody drag you down.
Right. What do you
Because you're
want?
gonna have some haters out there. You're gonna have some lovers, but you're gonna have some haters too.
That's right.
Yeah.
What do you want to be known for?
I want to be known for, I want to leave a legacy of just, you know, being a good person, a cool person. That dude was cool. That Theotis Joe, hell yeah, I know him. That man is cool as hell. That's like the coolest dude I ever met in my life.
He is cool. And then my next question, like, what words of encouragement can you give other artists who's just doesn't have that zeal that you have, or passion?
Like I said before, just keep a positive head, keep a positive attitude. Don't listen to the negative, because you're gonna have some friends and family that's probably gonna say, oh, you can't do that. That's not for you. You don't listen to that. You do what you do and do it to the fullest until you're successful at it. You're successful when you wake up in the morning. Mm-hmm. You're successful when you put your shoes on in the morning. You know why? Because you put it on. You thought about it first, and you put those shoes on, so you're successful at it. So whatever your drive is and your motivation at it, just do it, and do it to the fullest. And don't stop. Don't give up.
Do you believe in manifestations?
I do. Because I'm here with you right now.
Okay. Woo woo. And then with you being in the studio, do you like live in the studio? Like, what is that like, that creative process like? Do you not come out until it's done?
I don't live in the studio, but we definitely get it done. If we start a project and we don't just happen to not finish it that night, mm-hmm. we'll definitely come back to it at a later date. But in between, we'll probably do like 3-4 more songs, mm-hmm. and then get that song done later. So it's not like a rush process. We just we get it done in due time. Everything has its season.
Okay, I like that. You don't stop. Nothing stops the show, and you come back to it. Because
right.
You hear about an artist taking like multiple takes on one single or whatnot.
Right.
You go to another project and then come back to it.
Exactly.
So creatively, how do you do that? Because I can't even fathom.
Well, you might be working on something that inspires you at the moment, but you might be thinking about, this man pissed me off. You know what I mean? I'm gonna write about that. But when you leave the studio, something outside might cheer you up. You might find $100 bill on the ground and want to talk about that. So, it's just mood change.
Right.
I'm not bipolar or nothing like that, but everybody got their mood. The music might inspire you, it's just different things that can inspire you.
Oh man, you are off the chain, yo. It's in a good way. You're just a happy person. Mm-hmm. So is that something that you acquired, like just the spirit of gratitude since you've been in the music industry?
Nah, it's come way before that. I've been practicing this since childhood. Mm-hmm. I always knew that it was there. I read the books, The Secret. I watched the movie, The Secret, and I just never really knew about what the law of attraction was until, I really dove into it and was like, I remember my man, like, man, you should read this book. He told me, man, that's your problem. You think about too many fairy tales. I'm like, man, get out of here. So people like that, you gotta love them from afar. You know what I mean? Because they don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
What is your biggest inspiration now?
My biggest inspiration are my children.
Okay. That's the best inspiration.
Yeah.
And where do you go from here?
To the next interview.
I was like, I'm just going to, like, I ain't even got nothing else to say about next year. I'm just going to the next interview. And that's that. That's that to that.
Yeah.
Well, tell our
What time is the next one? Let's go.
Someone's like, so tell our viewers where they can follow you.
You can hit me up on Instagram at Theotis Joe, Facebook at Theotis Joe Music. I have my own personal website, theotisjoe.com. First and foremost, you have to have your own platform if you want somebody to really be in touch with you and in tune with you. Create your own platform, your own .com, you know what I'm saying? So theotisjoe.com, dirrecords.com, and that's TheotisJoe. And also, if you want to book me, hit me up for booking, hit me up at theotisjoe@gmail.com.
Thank you so much. You can get
Yes, ma'am.
superstar lifestyle.
It might not be a superstar lifestyle, but it's extraterrestrial. How about that?
Love it. Out of this world. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
Absolutely.